Welcome back to Popes and Pilots. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV. We're playing as Quizquiz. We're going for the Quizquiz Pro Quo achievement, which is new in the Leviathan DLC, which, you know, has had a rough start, but we're playing it and we're still alright. We are, well, in an interesting situation. We're very, very big, I mean, compared to the other natives, at least clay-wise. Some of these have huge capitals. I believe that is from the migration mechanic, and it does seem to be somewhat broken. I mean, look at these developments. I mean, maybe that's a fine compromise for not having more than one province, but it's 37 development on the Sioux here. It's crazy. I wonder if they get to keep... I mean, what happens if they migrate? They get to add their tribal development to their development. I wonder if that doesn't reset this counter for them or something. At least they're gaining a bunch of development. And we are instead expanding. I mean, obviously we're bigger. We're at like 80-something development, I think, right now. I can never find that. It makes sense to be here. 108 development. So yeah, ooh, doesn't that do something for me? I feel like that does something for me. I needed 100 development for something. It's not assemble an army. That needs like 80,000 troops here. It's not acquire subjects, obviously. It's not unite home area, although I would love to do that. It doesn't show it, does it? The Mississippi area. Does it really just mean the area? Because that isn't... We have this, don't we? Yeah, we have these weird borders in there, which confuse me. Oh, because Natchez and Chad are not my tribal land. To be regards. Thank you, English. I don't know what it would do to make this my tribal land when I already have it. Not a clue. Probably nothing. But I would assume from this, yeah. We just need to do acquire subjects and we get unite home area for free. So we should maybe get that done someday. Ah, and then there's region. Okay. And region requires a bit more. Makes sense. But there was something that I need 100 development for. What was it? Something. It's none of these, apparently. I feel like I saw that last episode. Marketplaces. Do I take Diptech? Real buildings? What is this? Well, let's consider that later. I would love to know what I saw that required 100 development. Maybe we'll stumble upon it again. Because I just don't know. I just don't know. What I do know is that I read up a bit about how natives work, especially regarding our reform. So it is true that once we take one of these tier 5 reforms here, we can get institutions and start being just normal, you know, everyday folks. However, if we were to use this reform here to reform, then we would not only reform, but we would also get all the institutions that the colonizer has, that this one requires to have a neighboring, well, foreigner. And we reform using their stuff, essentially, and then we get their institutions. Which is very tempting, because otherwise getting institutions over here will be a pain in the butt. I assume feudalism I would have to develop. Yep. So we'd have to spend a bunch of monarch points to develop feudalism, and we'd have probably to develop a bunch of monarch points to embrace the Renaissance. Not that it shows right now, because we don't have feudalism, but I'm pretty sure the Renaissance doesn't spread either without neighbors or development. So we'd have to put a lot of monarch points into development if we did not deal with a colonizer here. Now, if we were to want a reform of a colonizer, then we need to wait for them to arrive. I can't see any of them yet, and I don't know when they arrive, but sometimes they can be very, very late. And they might go South America first and all that, so that might be quite a while, and we'd be stuck, quote-unquote stuck, being a tribe for a long time. Now, would that be so bad? We have the institution issue. We're not really gonna keep on taking tech very well, because tech will keep on becoming more and more expensive for us. So the monarch points we would spend on developing the institution, we now spend on taking tech for a much higher price than we would have to pay normally, or not taking tech at all. We do get to keep our buildings for much longer, and I did read that up on that as well. These buildings do go away once we reform. So these pretty good goods produced buildings that we have, production efficiency, and all that's going to go away. What's also going to go away is our ability to quickly generate reform progress. We're not that fast right now, but we could start building the reform progress buildings, longhouses, is it? And that would stack up a ton of reform progress, which we can then spend on, for one, once we reform, on grabbing all these reforms for the next government, but also we can spend it on expanding administration, having tons of governing capacity in the future. So there's definitely something to be said about staying a tribe. I just really don't like being stuck at no technology. Not at all. So yeah, we don't have to decide today. I would be very interested in your opinion in the comments, but I'm leaning towards just reforming by myself, unless we already see some colonizers on the map that we might be able to use by then. Alright, but what do we do right now? We, I believe, angered some people. I mean, yes. Some people are not happy with what we did. Aren't you in my federation? You are. You still feel like I aggressively expanded a bit. Oh well. It is what it is. How do we look truce-wise? Anybody we can attack? Only Joara, and Joara has friends at the wazoo. Let's not do that right now then. Once again, lost a rival. Could consider rivaling the Cherokee, I suppose. Although they 42 and no troops. How do we attack? Oh, you're in the. Oh, it's a different federation, though. Allied to my friends Kashita. And then in a coalition with a bunch of people up there. I would love to take the 42 development place. Absolutely would. But I don't even know if I could do that. No, I don't get the Cow's Belly against them. Well, maybe. We're bordering their tribal land. We should really be able to. It's possible that we only get it against other settled tribes and not against migratory ones. That's possible, but that's the rule. Not that it would tell me anywhere. I don't think. Yeah, I'm not super into rivaling these when they're the friends of my friends. How close are you to join? Ooh. The fact that they have an ally attitude towards Kashita helps a lot here. And they don't desire all that much to be in the Iroquois Confederacy. Doesn't help that they're not Muskegean. I'm gonna go ahead and improve relations with them rather than rival them. So who else do we have as an option? Erie. And then people far away. Like Caskia. Erie also likes me. It's in a different federation. It's not allied to any of my friends. Does not want to be in my federation. Well, then they might as well be rivals. Newcott's Belly. That's also something that would change, I assume, once we are a proper government, that we can actually fabricate claims, crush people. Which we currently cannot as a tribe. Core, state, core. Good. So building wise then. If I do stay a tribe for a while, and that's maybe a reason to decide now-ish. If I do stay a tribe for a while, it's good to build more of these buildings. Especially irrigation and longhouses, I think. If I don't plan to stay a tribe, if I plan to reform in, well, what's this, 8 years, then I should not at all be building any of these buildings. I should probably be taking Dip Tech and build a marketplace then. Well, actually no, I should not be taking Dip Tech if I'm planning to reform in a few years. Doesn't mean I can't spend my money now, which is kind of annoying. Would I pay 90 ducats for about 10 reform progress? I mean, in the future, sure, but right now, where money is actually worthwhile, maybe not. Just that I have nothing else to spend my money on right now. I could root out my corruption, I suppose. Could do this. Pay through the nose because we're so out of balance with our research. Maybe it's what I do. Feels weird to do. Yeah. That's not the ultimate decision to reform as fast as possible, but it's pretty close to being that. Because if I wasn't, I really should be spending my points on stuff. Counter-rival by the Erie. Ooh. Alright, so our ally got declared on. No, they declared. That's probably calls in their federation, doesn't it? Oneota is allied with the Cheyenne, Ottawa, and the Cree. I hate when my subjects do that. I mean, friends. I mean, I could drop in like it's hot, and then take their land once the 5-year truce is over. I kind of do like having them around, though. I think. Fine, I'll help. Did you at least bring in other friends? I think you did, right? Wichita is in. And my friends are crushing here. Good. I'm improving relations with the Cherokee who just routed me. So much for getting those into my federation, eh? I'm just gonna stay around somewhere central-ish. Maybe I should actually be staying in Yazoo. Ooh. And look for invaders. Like those. Over here. We're going to Kutoa. No, they're running away now. But all I'm looking to do here is honestly suppress my rebels. And only help if I have to. And for now it seems like my friends have everything well in hand. Lost my general. I don't think I have a reason to immediately rebuy one. Oh, they're the Croatian separatists. I completely forgot about those. Also, 18,000 Ottawans. Maybe we do want a leader here. Soholese Hoflepoya. Pretty terrible. Now, do I go and... I think I still, even though things are bad over there, I think I still go and crush these before we go west. 24th of April, 21st of April, no. Let's not do this, let's go here and let them come. Oh, subject is here to do it. Wichita? Oh well. Subject. Friend, food, whatever. Same difference. No, 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 don't let yourself get murdered there, Kasky. Well, you have a good morale advantage, but you're still gonna get yourself murdered, aren't you? Yep. Oh, it's super close. Foreign quarter of Chichimaka. What foreigners? Japan likes me, we get development cost reduction for 10 years, which might be useful for developing the institution. Or we get local trade power and local trade power, which is neat and all. Chitimaka. Oh, that's this place. Obviously, a trade power bonus here is pretty good. It is very expensive to develop in. Well, it wouldn't be this expensive if we weren't primitive anymore, which we wouldn't then be. But it'd still be a marsh, not a march. So it's probably not the place I would want to be developing in at all. So I think I just do this and grab the money now. Ooh, you actually won that battle, Kasky. I respect that. Respect that a lot. Let's go back in suppression. And tell our friends to not stay here and hurt us, but they are still doing it. Lose ducats. I don't like it, but I'd rather lose ducats than stability, of course. More folks coming in over there. I saw you. It's not those, yeah, it's them. I guess that's a bit of an issue here, that we are very open without forts and anything. So there's a good chance we won't really be able to push all these folks out properly. Friend is fighting the fight of their lives again and winning. Gee, friend. They certainly are powerful. Gain a free stability. I will do so. Now that you have the stuff you want, could you please... I think it's not even a conquest war, right? It's just like a humiliation or something. Oh, I have decent amounts of troops here, but my friends are not currently joining me. Oh, they are, okay. Fox took 18,000 people from Erie. Why did you have to break off a huge irrelevant war there? We probably should have just said no. Just felt so wrong to say no. But I'm just too noble a man, I suppose. Just too noble. And you just had your reinforcements eaten there. Ah, these are the huge numbers from Erie. Lake Erie or something. Must be what that's referring to, right? Okay, you're going to Satskudin, where we might be able to catch you. We should be able to catch you. River crossing, will we get it? 2. Yeah, we'll unfortunately get the penalty. It should be fine, though. Yeah. Yeah, it was fine. Technology, man. Quite the drug, indeed. Still, I hate that we are doing this and wasting our manpower that we don't have on this. But now that I said yes, I find it very hard to say no. Wait, didn't we? Oh, that's Ottawa. Themselves. Where are you going? In Nilco? Should be able to crunch you there. And crunch you we did. Unfortunately, I don't think I will get anything out of this war. Except for maybe the ability to... Well, we're gonna gain some favors, which we can then turn into like money or something. Or manpower, but only every 5 years, so it's not really... We're not limited by the amount of favors we have, but the amount of times we can use them. So... How many people did you attack? We're still fighting 52,000 people. Even though we already crunched 1 million of them. My. It's humiliation war, right? Yeah. I mean, at least we should be getting a ticking war score for for winning battles here. So are we fighting anybody that I'm interested in fighting? No. Just a bunch of fools in the ocean away. Virtually. And it's quite possible that my friends here will now split up so much that they actually get medicked while I'm not around to help them. How did you know that I was going there? No, I don't want that garbage war chief. Thank you very much. How many enemies are we talking about still? 52,000. Wow, but at least the war... Well, I guess it makes sense that the war leader's enthusiasm is low. I'm probably not going to catch you, am I? Unless you're a bit dumb, which you might be, and you indeed are. I think I can get you in combo here. I can. And you're going to Guale. And let's eat you too. Oh, and then we might want to go home afterwards. So go there and then we go to Kaski. There be enemies. Stack wipes everywhere. Yeah, my friends are very spread out, but they're currently not losing for it, I don't think. Oh, you got thrown out. Chased away by Wichita. I'm not going to go and siege down those northern capitals. Not if I can avoid it at all. Because that seems like a huge waste of my precious manpower. I would much prefer to be at peace and not have to deal with this. But at least we're not throwing all our poor Quizquizians in there. Need to at least use them to do some threatening here. Okay, who got pieced out? Ottawa got pieced out. White piece. I don't know if Ottawa had any troops left. Oh, they did. They got pieced out here with their 13,000. That was a good piece. I haven't seen a smart piece like that from the AI in a while. Right, piecing them out when they were on the... Oh, I still haven't used that button. I do need to try that button. Autonomous carpet sieging. But not right now, obviously. Keep the suppression going. Lose my diplomat or gain diplo power at the cost of prestige? Yeah, sure. Don't really need the prestige. It's relatively easy to generate when we do. Does this afford us anything? Are we at war with like people that now can't join another war? I feel like that's a no. The Cheyenne, the Cree, and the Fox aren't really people I care about, are they? No. No. Would have been nice if that had helped me with attacking a federation where now people can't join or something. Because we're already at war. But that doesn't seem to be what's happening here. I mean, I keep eating these poor souls, I suppose. Doesn't cost me too many men to just medic them all. But I'd rather be, I don't know, somewhere else. Keep getting rivaled by those folks. Cheyenne are taking the southern route, but yeah, they're also afraid. Did these all turn back because I allowed them to attach to me? Instead of sieging down war goals over there. And only my poor subject is like way north at Lake Huron. Maybe not the smartest thing to do here. Look, you have 40 war score. You can maybe piece out for your humiliation. Why didn't you just go for it? Well, I guess we're getting some time to at least have aggressive expansion take down while these folks are busy running through nowhere. And then from time to time we go over here and threaten and or medic somebody. I didn't get the memo that they shouldn't really should be in my land. Where are they coming from? I don't have enemies over here. Well, I have the fox. And you are the fox, aren't you? I'm not going to be given a subject by the AI in a separate peace deal. But technically, I might be able to... Oh. No, the only people I could separate peace would be the main people. Yeah, that doesn't help. A shame. Let's get the suppression back on. Not that we have much in the form of rebellion right now. How are we doing tribal stuff-wise? Not very well. I didn't build any of those irrigations, so it's not a big surprise. Forced migration against the Erie. It's just so many. Hey, maybe I mean, I don't think forced migration is what we want, right? I assume forced migration is not going to allow me to actually take that stuff. Let's have a quick Google before we put a cut in here. What forced migration? I mean, clearly it doesn't only allow the monetary reparation, because it must allow the forcing of migration, but can't. Seed province, return core, demand vassalization, transfer vessels, forced tributary. Doesn't affect separate peace deals. So we could technically declare forced migration on them and then separate peace like Miami. And that's so many tribes. No. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that at all. Oh, we actually lost a battle there. That's not good. Because it lowers the speed at which we're winning this. Oh, somehow my Windows taskbar won't go away anymore. I don't think you get to see that on your screen. No, good. It's blocking out the button. I don't see the war score of this war anymore. It should be on the screen though, 46%. Whatever. Let's just go back home, put rebel suppression on, and then put a cut in here. And then hopefully next episode these folks are going to, you know, settle their differences with a bit of a humiliation, and we will find ourselves a nice little expansionist war, and maybe even a reform. Look at that, actually getting kinda close to reforming, and there's still nearly a colonizer in sight. So yeah, I probably will reform there. Itchy. Not really eerie, because we only have forced migration. We do have tile border fleet against you, but I don't think I can take your stuff because we're not actually bordering. It's wicked. It's just really weird. But we could declare on, right? We'd be fighting Johara itself. And a bunch of other folks. That's 58,000 enemies. We can't currently call in Kaskian Nanti shot because, well, that other war, mostly. Well, there's other things. But yeah, I think that's what I was going to look for once these folks have settled down. Until then, thank you folks so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, as always, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. And if you have anything to say, you know where to go. Comment section it is. Thank you for watching. See you folks next time.